Well, welcome to the Quantum Whisperer. And we've got some exciting things going on today and some really amazing energy that has come through, information has come through about our activation process to 5 and 6D. And so we're going to get right into that. I'm going to do a little bit of a review here for us, because that seems like the right thing to do. Okay, so we've been in this ongoing process of activating ourselves to a higher, I want to say, higher dimensions, but the main thing is a different configuration. So as humans, we have this form, very easy to view, but that configuration on the quantum actually looks more like an etheric structure. So points of light, but on a grid, organized in a very, uh, it's regular from human to human. Okay. So, and the etheric can definitely have weaknesses, and people who suffer from different kinds of things often it'll show up in their etheric body. So we were given, I don't want to say permission, but we were getting the incentive and the directive to upgrade our vehicles to quantum crystalline. And it's really funny because I do use AI for creating these pictures, because then they're ours, and also it's really hard to find what I'm seeing and hear online. And this is the one time I was able to give the direction, and they created something that is similar to what I see. So I will use this from time to time, just to kind of give us a feeling inside of what we're going for. So in this process that's been going on since Lionsgate 8/8 of 2024, which also added up to an 8. So it's a very, 8 is a very significant number for us. We were given kind of this directive to upgrade to, we call it QC, quantum crystalline. It just has a ring to it. And I think I've actually now seen other people referring to it. So I think it's coming through in a variety of different ways. So we were saying, we were directed to upgrade our intellect in a variety of ways. The one that we're concentrating on now is actually able to access information on the quantum by request. And it's stopping, pausing, and accessing the sono channel through the back of our third eye. And you'll see those videos online if you missed those sessions. And they're very important to listen to and to kind of get the embodiment of what that could be. The thing that has really come to mind over the last couple of sessions is that we continue to have to understand and use protection. And there's a variety of ways that we've done that. We're in that transmuting process, that transitioning process, and there can be weaknesses in our transition, for one, but weaknesses in our field, especially when we're going to go through what we're doing today. And we just have to make sure that we understand we're in transition, and to fortify ourselves. And of course, that means, getting enough sleep. That means eating correctly for you. That means probably some time in nature if you can get that happening. And some just meditative work and movement work, just that balance, just take care of this while you go through this process. It's not, this woo-woo thing where you're just going to fly out. It's like, this is the vehicle that we will retain and we must take care of it. It's a good one. So we're going to do a little bit more on protection as we go. And then I'm going to do the last one, which was cultivating interconnectivity, both in ourselves in this quantum crystalline field and with the crystalline field itself, which is 6-dimensional, quantum being the energy behind everything that we see. But we don't have awareness of the quantum unless we're doing this work. We just go about in 3D and 4D, space, time, and just take it for granted and kind of, go about our business. So in this upgrade, yes, we still have to encounter and deal with and embrace time space as a function and use that ability to get us back to the moment, which is your 5D. Okay. So time is a really tricky thing. And, there's a lot of new physics that's they're coming out and speaking about its relationship to the quantum. So I leave that to you. But this interconnective matrix it's not a grid. So a lot of what we see when you look at the planetary grid, it's square. And I learned a long time ago that square is not so good for us. It's it kind of cuts things short. And it really imposes a system of control on humans, which we think, oh, well, humans need that. Well, unfortunately, what's happened in that need for that is that humans have stopped evolving, really. I mean, yes, there are people who attend to their spiritual work, but us as a tribe, as a community, as a state, country, the world, there's a lot that's going on where we're really missing the boat. Even people who really profess to follow the different avatars, especially Yeshua, the Christed one. There's just, do what I say, not what I do. So we're putting a lot of those old things aside and we're letting this new come in because my sense is it's the time and we don't have 1,000 years. We just don't. The clock's running out literally for the planet. So I'm hearing some very interesting things, which I'll share down the line, but it's, we have our work cut out for us, and yet it can be a mindful work and a rewarding work, and that's very soul satisfying. So now we're going to go to number 3 on our list here, increase DNA strands via soul work. So we addressed this a little bit last time that, we have these 2 DNA strands that curve up and have these different protein bases connected to it. And it forms, it forms what we are. And there's things called, and they form telomeres. And as our aging process in time occurs, the telomeres shorten. And that is what is an aging factor for us, for the human body, I should say. So, but it's been actually observed that there are 12, sometimes 13 strands that are actually there that are not being, and of which 10 or 11 of those are not being utilized. So I just happened to be doing some research on DNA and I ran across this one hypothesis, which I thought was brilliant. And that is that those extra strands can be activated as we download our soul and resolve soul issues. Now, it's also been proposed that you come here to resolve some soul issues and you go, I'm going to choose that family and that situation and that work base and that physical body and that addiction and that country, because it's going to give me, it's going to resonate with this big lesson. I said, okay, that's great. And I see that, and I see the perfection in it. The issue really now is, we're running out of time. And so in order to work, we don't have lifetime to work out all those bits and bobs of the soul. So we have to just go in and do the work. And I know a lot of you have been doing the work. We might have to turn up the dial. And it can be brutal. It can be really brutal. I mean, even after our work last Monday, what started coming through was a cavalcade of things mostly around this life, kind of missteps at me, missteps I took, the ways that, that I co-created my reality. And to look at all that takes courage. And so I'm going to encourage you to have the courage to do this work that we're going to engage with today. So, with that said, I want to do a little bit of a recap of, how we've been working. So if you recall, we were activating just by saying so, no, and nodding our heads, that channel that's being afforded to us. Now, is this channel being afforded to other people? I hope so, but I can't go do the research. So no, and there's a nod of the head, and you direct the energy in the back of the head to the back of the third eye. And I've taken that third eye and I've given an example here. So we put gold bars in a very unique fashion for ourselves. So it's not symmetrical, it's not a grid, over that. And the gold is to act in a little way, as a sentinel, as a channel, and as a program, so that you get specific frequencies directed in the right places to your ahas. Okay. So the gold bars, and I think we're gonna do a little activation here. So basically, we're gonna bring the energy in, and I think most of you have those gold bars that are placed over the back of your third eye, the back, and it's just, you'll see it the way you see it. Okay. And and seeing that, I want you to, I think there's about 6 or 7 bars there. I want you to just take them and place them intuitively, and in that area. Okay. And then we're going to attune, and we're going to just bring in some energy, and you're going to get to just see if anything comes through as true for you. Okay, so I'm going to invite you to close your eyes and let's connect with each other on the quantum, and connect with those who are not available today to be with us. And the channel is actually looking well fed today. Looks juicy. So I want you just to nod your head, and the nodding the head is saying, yes, I invite you in. In other words, nothing wants to ever be imposed on you because you may have to put your attention very much into 3D. But that nod of the head is the invitation for that so no to come in. And I want you to go into the back of your cranium and locate in the center of your cranium your pineal gland. And it's very small. It's very small, but this third eye center is larger. And it does have a root, shall we say. And then place your gold bars. And attune those gold bars. Just move them around until they're in exactly the right place. And you can nod your head. Feel the pulse of the sono. And I even encourage you to say so no. So no. It's a wisdom channel. And say yes. And I'm actually seeing the crystalline matrix as a general field. And it's almost as if I'm seeing into what we would call the future. And we're getting invited, actually, we're getting invited into that future moment. And the word is acclimate. Good, 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 good. So the message I'm getting too, and then I'm going to invite you just to really tune into what you're getting as well, is that you're encouraged to journey to that quote unquote future moment and acclimate. And before we move on here, I want you just to, if you will, imagine your crystalline body, crystalline matrix body. And I want you to feel particularly into the back body. And give some love and attention and energy to that and behind it. And feel the connection to the all through that. We often are very focused in what's in front of us. We are unaware of what's behind us. There you go. And our attention is particularly being drawn. Aha, I see here. We're going to segue right into part 2. Our attention's being drawn to that end of your thoracic, like lower, between the low back and the back. There's that T12. Our attention's being drawn there from behind. And this is our, this is the area of our shadow body. And this is where our soul work gets recorded, what there is to do, unresolved. And let your attention track into that into that lowest thoracic vertebrae area. Kind of behind the kidneys and adrenals, right there. And you're going to say the word sa. 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 That's the word for soul purpose. Sa. And let sa pulse in that area, that back area. Sa. And you can pulse it into that area. And this is the area by which we activate those extra strands, the template for those extra strands. So sa, sa, sa. And as a crystalline being, you are activating one by one these extra strands, holding the secrets of your soul, the unwinding of your soul towards this moment. and let it pulse. So and they're telling me that this is a process so that we don't have to enact and go through all that karma again. We just acknowledge it as a product of density and ego and control. And we acknowledge it and nod. We nod. And it's in the nod of recognition. It's like, aha, yes, that happened. I see it. No judgment. All perfect. Meant to be. I see. There you go. There you go. So it's interesting because you're going to activate this strand of DNA at the same time, really focus that the soul is transmuting through this in an uplifted way, an upleveled way. In other words, it doesn't have to all work out. Now, what might happen is you might have memories and feelings and expressions come up. And even you might have manifestations of that happening to you and around you as reminders. And you know what you say? You go, oh my God, this is so perfect. That person just did this and that and this. And normally that would hurt my feelings. But no, it's perfect because it's an example of what the work is that I need to do. So, and this has been reflected back to it. So it's so sweet how the lessons come. You know, 3 people came in and they go, this and this and this happened. She goes, but it's all perfect. It was meant to be. And then they took their soul lesson right with that. So I want you to memorize that. Oh, okay. Okay. It's all perfect. It's all perfect. That feeling coming up that I feel like I'm 2 years old, or I feel like, an ancient something. No, it's all perfect. This is the process. This is what we're doing. So, in order to help you a little more, we have a mudra. And this is the mudra for Anuswara. Anuswara is that force, that frequency of purpose that the soul links onto. The purpose is to go, of course, back to absolute oneness with some interesting things under our belt, right? Well, that was a very amazing, 752 lifetimes to get that piece. Wow, how interesting. So the mudra, if you can see, 2 fingers are bent, 2 fingers are straight. And the thumb kind of locks in. And then both hands do that. And this pad of the palm, they interlock, and you hold those right there behind, well, we'll say just below the rib cage. And you hold that. And you can even move it and pulse it a little bit. Just a tiny pulse as you say the word sa, 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 sa. And this will help the soul actually come in and rearrange things to transmute to the aha. It's like the soul has all these lessons, and then, but it has to work through density and time and space and ego and all that density stuff happening out there. But now it comes in and goes, okay, I know what to do here. Sa, sa. And so let's all do that together. Sa, pulse that mudra, put the two hands together. Sa, sa. And we do it as a field, as the IC. We do it as a field, potentizes it. There. Sa, sa. And breathe, breathe, and breathe. Breathe it through. And if you are able, you take that frequency that you're transmuting and you let a thread of it go up to your third eye to get the aha. And get the perfection. Get the perfection. And then finally, anything that you're seeing about yourself, situations, just send love. Love, love, love. Love, love, love. Love, love, love. Love, love, love. Perfect. Very good. So, as you activated these additional strands with the saw, tune in to these possible soul resonances ready to be cleared. Ready to be cleared. And then here's the other really cool thing you can do. You can visualize and go up. We like to think that our soul star is up here, up our head about 13 inches. You can activate that and bring down vortexes. Bring down vortexes all the way through. And then it just moves the stuff out of the body really quickly. Just swish, swish, swish. Move those vortexes. I see them moving clockwise, down through the body, down through the body. And if you want, you can keep them moving at your third eye, your throat, heart, solar plexus, root chakra, etc. But let this beautiful vortex move through you, move through you, move through you. Yeah, move through you. As a cleanse, as a clearing, as a deactivation, as a resolution, resolution. Done everything I could on that one. I'll let it go. Resolution, 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 resolution. And so it is, and so it shall be. And then, of course, here's the other thing and the last thing. Whenever we remove something, there might be a vacuum there. There might be a hole. There might be a shaky area. So that's when we have to put in some beautiful vibrations. And so let's all together now. Let's bring our fingertips together. Fingertips here, like this. Bring it over the heart. Bring it together and over the heart. And let's say together on the quantum, I awaken. I awaken. I am love. I am love. I am peace. I am peace. I am freedom. I am freedom. And then I am one. I am one. And that is really what links us to this beautiful upgraded matrix. I am one. And this is our little recipe, our beautiful little recipe right here. And you can engage with that recipe too. Things feel a little shaky. You can do your saw. You can do your your vortex focus. When it's done, then you say, and I am love, I am peace, I am freedom. Just like that. Okay. Hey, beautiful beings. Well done. And join us. Join us on the field. You can tune into that field anytime that you feel called. Do this work. This is really, really important work. It's really specific, isn't it? And as things unfold over this next week and it feels a little uncomfortable, go, oh my God, this is so perfect. This is pointing out the what is. So go, this is perfect. And then when you have a free moment, nod your head, breathe in, breathe out, saw. Just go right in through the back door, saw, hold your mudra, and do your vortex. And then your I ams. And it's a good recipe. This is really clear recipe. It's so perfect. Okay, then. Bring the hands together. Namaste. Love, love, love. Soul purpose is afoot.